starts.
You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky.
So gay.
First of all, though, it's a shout out to two particular people.
Oh.
You know who you are.
A surprise shout out. So, do you notice the shirt I'm wearing? It's also a surprise shout out to you know who. Shout out to the iPhone company called Apple.
I'm sure they really appreciate that.
I know. This is gonna skyrocket your sales. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Gay for Justin. As I've watched these episodes, I realize how many times I say fantastic. Welcome back to another delicious episode.
Good word.
Right?
Oprah would be
very proud. So Rachelle's driving. We're gonna let her focus on the road, and I'm gonna lead the conversation here. You probably saw the episode about having kids. I did an episode with Brian Rosenberg. It'll be in the description, a link to it, and you can go to that video first if you want some information about having kids and being gay, because that's the thing. It's a big thing.
Believe it or not, yes.
We wanted to continue the conversation because Rachelle and I have actually had quite a few conversations about how we want to have kids. Not together.
but
that is exactly what we're going to get into. I've always known I wanted to be a father.
I don't know if I've always been like, woohoo, I want to have a baby.
You may even caught at the end of the last episode, I said, I wish that I could birth a child, which I can't.
You can't, and I don't really want to birth a child. I would love to be a parent.
Right.
So, I always really thought, even before I came out, I thought, I'm going to adopt.
I can say I remember that. I remember you saying that was something that you definitely just thought was the way it was going to be.
Yeah, and now that I'm out, if I didn't have the baby myself, I would be adopting my wife's.
There you go.
Because
exactly.
that's how it usually works.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
As we have continued this conversation as siblings that we both want to have kids, and then we both came out, and so we were like, oh, yeah. How are we going to do this?
How are we going to pass on the genes?
What are the ways? And, yeah, that's another part of the equation is that, our parents have mentioned, if it's possible, we would love to carry our family name on. So, there's one way we think that we could do it, and that is if Rachelle wants to have a baby with her partner, I could give my sperm to her wife, not like the old-fashioned way.
No. It's not happening.
That could be implanted in her so that when that child is born, it's both her partner's and her bloodline through me. Mm-hmm. Then the flip side of that is that when my partner and I want to have a child, she could give one of her eggs to a surrogate mother, and then it would be his sperm and Rachelle's eggs to create a baby that would be both of my bloodline through Rachelle and his.
So technically, we would have each other's kids.
Now, this is where the question came up.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you technically be the father of that child then?
Genetically,
yes.
Yes, and so there would always be that connection.
And that's where I think it would be special to me, is that I would feel like there's a special little connection, not little, quite large.
Yeah.
Large connection to this child. I trust you.
Yeah, and same with you. I would obviously feel a connection towards a baby that was from me genetically, but I also know that that was the purpose of actually giving you the egg.
Yeah.
We know this is different than the usual way, and so then of course you have to just let go.
Exactly.
I don't know what it's gonna be like until it happens.
I think it'll be a journey either way, but we're doing something that's different.
Yeah. So
and the nuclear family is no longer so typical anymore.
We have a whole nother partner that is going to be
involved in this decision
too.
Yeah.
So that changes things too. We don't know.
We just wanted to bring this up because people of the LGBT community want to have children.
Yeah.
And so many of them already do. And I love that. And I think that a child brought into a family, whatever that combination looks like, but a family that is so filled with love and support and
really what you're doing when you extend beyond just two people creating a baby is you're just creating such an amazing support system around a child, like more love. You're just giving them more love.
I want to have a kid in 5 years.
I think that's about what I would do too, actually. There's a few things that I want.
80.
Oh, thanks.
Slow down there, cowboy.
I'm just getting a little feisty here.
Well, thank you again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our insights about having kids, and love to hear from you. Write in the comments ways that you've thought about having kids, some creative ways, not too creative. Like, we don't need to hear any kinky stories. This is an opportunity to create some dialogue around all the different options there are when it comes to having kids and being gay. Please like this video if you like Rachelle. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share this with your friends and family.
You'll stay fabulous now.